Most people think making money is about intelligence or luck or working harder than everyone else. But when you sit quietly with the idea long enough, you notice something else. Money doesn't respond to effort alone. It responds to how a person thinks, feels, and reacts when things don't go their way. Two people can work the same hours, with the same skills, and end up in completely different places. Not because one tried more, but because their inner relationship with money was different. At its core, money is not just a practical tool. It's psychological. It touches identity, safety, self-worth, and control. For many people, money becomes a mirror. It reflects how they handle uncertainty, rejection, delayed rewards, and quiet fear. And that's why the process of making money often feels heavier than it should. It quietly exposes parts of us we'd rather not look at. Psychologically, people don't struggle with money because they lack desire. Almost everyone wants stability, freedom, and relief. The struggle usually comes from what money represents emotionally. For some, money feels like approval. For others, it feels like protection. And for many, it feels like proof that their life is finally going somewhere. When money carries that much emotional weight, every financial decision becomes personal. Every loss feels like a judgment. Every delay feels like failure. This is why fear plays such a quiet role. Fear of wasting time. Fear of choosing wrong. Fear of trying something and realizing it didn't change anything. The mind learns to protect itself by hesitating. Overthinking becomes a form of safety. Not acting feels safer than acting and being disappointed again. So people stay stuck, not because they're lazy, but because their nervous system associates money with emotional risk. There's also loneliness in this process. Not the loud kind, the quiet kind. The kind where you don't talk about your financial stress because you don't want to sound weak or behind or confused. So you carry it silently. You compare yourself quietly. You watch others move forward and wonder what they know that you don't. Over time, money stops being about growth and starts being about self-protection. Just enough to breathe. Just enough to not fall apart. Inside this, there's a constant inner conflict. Part of you wants more. More freedom. More control over your time. More space to breathe. And another part of you just wants peace. No pressure. No constant calculation. No feeling that your worth is tied to numbers. So you move back and forth. Trying, stopping, convincing yourself it's fine. Then feeling the quiet frustration return. What changes things isn't suddenly earning more. It's awareness. The moment someone realizes that their relationship with money is emotional before it's logical. That their habits are shaped by past disappointments. That their fear isn't weakness, it's memory. When this awareness grows, money stops being an enemy or a savior. It becomes something neutral, something learnable, something that doesn't define who you are. Emotionally mature people don't chase money to prove something. They build it slowly, often quietly, because they understand themselves better. They know when they're avoiding discomfort. They notice when impatience is driving decisions. They don't confuse urgency with importance. And most importantly, they don't let money decide their self-respect. There's a subtle shift that happens here. You stop asking, "Why am I not there yet?" and start asking, "What part of me is still afraid to grow?" You become less reactive, less impulsive. You tolerate boredom better. You accept that progress doesn't always feel exciting. Sometimes it just feels calm, repetitive, unglamorous. In the end, the psychology of making money isn't about chasing more. It's about becoming steadier inside, less afraid of uncertainty, less attached to quick validation, more patient with your own process. Money grows best in minds that are grounded, not desperate, in people who don't rush to escape their lives, but quietly build one they don't need to run from. And when that shift happens, money stops feeling like pressure It becomes a byproduct of clarity, of emotional honesty, of knowing yourself well enough to move forward without needing to prove anything at all.